So Barry, welcome to Lords TV.
Thank
here
you.
at Lords. How does it feel being back at HQ?
Yeah, nice innovation. It's always fantastic. It's probably the highlight of any cricketer's trip to the UK is actually to come to Lords. So beautiful sunshine, and looking forward to a really good test match.
Yeah, pretty big test match coming up in 2 days' time.
Massive.
How confident are you?
I think South Africa got all the bases covered. I mean, they've got a good attack. All their batsmen are in form. They've all scored runs. Good, decent spinner. So whatever they throw up at England throw up, I think South Africa have got it covered.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive South Africa side, really, isn't it?
It is.
In terms
very good.
Of all aspects. How much difference has sort of having Imran Tahir made, do you think, to having a spin option?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally South Africa haven't had that spin option, so it's nice. I think Imran Tahir has been given the job mainly to knock over the tail, and that's what he does impressively well. 8, 9, 10, 11. He does the little twirly jobs, and they're not too good at picking it. But I mean, I would like to see him a little more consistent against good players. He does bowl the odd no ball, he bowls the odd, well, quite a few full tosses, but when he gets to the tail, that's his job, and he does it well. So it's a good option for South Africa.
Runs-wise, can't have been many better South Africa batting lineups.
Yeah, I think now that Alvaro Petersen's got 100 under his belt, I think that was the question mark for everybody. But there's a lot of people to back him, and now he's delivered. So everybody's in prime form, and it's a strong batting lineup, very, very strong.
Rewind a couple of test matches. Did you think that we'd be sat here having seen South Africa dominate quite this much?
I think quietly in South Africa that we realised what the sort of ability that we had in our side, and I think Graham Smith, having chatted to him on the golf course, they were enormously confident. Not overconfident. I mean, England are a very good side, especially in England. They play really well in England, but I think our guys were pretty confident that they could achieve the #1 spot.
Headlines between Headingley and Lords have been dominated by Kevin Pietersen. Without going too much into the details of that, how much does that affect a camp? I mean, would they have been able to shut it out, or does it sneak in?
Oh no, yeah. I mean, he's such a talented player. It's a shame that he's getting the publicity for the wrong reasons. I mean, he's such a good player, and he's such a dominating force in terms of your batting. It'd be nice that all the headlines were revolved around his batting and not revolved around what's happening inside the dressing room. But it's got to have an effect on the side. Just from the playing strength, it's an effect, because you're bringing in a player, obviously a very good player, but it's not Kevin Pietersen, not a dominating player. So it must affect England. Having said that, I think given what I know, and it's not a lot, perhaps it was the right call, because in the end there's no I in team, and you've got to make sure that your team's functioning as a unit. And I just hope that for the sake of cricket, not just English cricket, but all of cricket, that Kevin Pietersen and the management, the team, all, and the coach, all get together and sort this out, so that everybody is in the same direction going forward. Because that's what you need is, you need a strong England team. And having seen what's happened, it's disappointing, and I hope they get it right.
What about in terms of the South African camp? Because they've kind of been dragged into it a little bit, or can they sort of just?
Yeah, I mean, what can they do? I mean, I know Gary Kirsten well, and his focus will be on what their players can control. They can't control all of this, so they try and say, well, it happens. So from their point of view, they'll be just concentrating on what their roles are, what their plans are, and I don't think they'll worry too much about it.
And you think 2-0, 1-0, 1-all?
Hard to know. Depends what sort of wicket is served up. I mean, South Africa have got, as I said, they've got it covered whichever way. So I would like to think that South Africa will win. England will have to play a little bit above themselves now that the trouble has hit the camp. So if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would say South Africa would probably go into this game as favourites.